Hey everyone, I'm currently getting over a cold, so if I sound like I'm dying, that's why. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about the new shader system, because a lot of people are really freaking out about these new shaders, and that's fine. I do think it's going to be kind of annoying to get used to these new symbols. You know, we've had these symbols in the game for many years, and a lot of people just know what their favorite shaders look like. And so having to relearn that is going to be really annoying, especially when Bungie refuses to put a search function in. And so, you know, everyone having to go search again for their very specific favorited or shaders, their favorite shaders that maybe they don't have favorited. It's going to be kind of annoying, especially initially. That being said, I really do think that this shader system is a lot better and will cause you to spend less time like being forced to interact with it, because you'll be able to understand what your character will look at or will look like with these shader icons without having to apply it. Let me show you what I mean. So the current shader system sucks. If I have like Carminica, we're just gonna look at a bunch of red shaders, right? So the red's up top, everything else is black. So your main color here is red, and you can see like, oh, okay, pretty much my entire hunter's red. So if I switch over to this, I would expect, because the only one of these four quadrants that red is in is the top, that this top one dictates the color of all of everything that's red, right? So if I switch to this other red shader, I expect everything that's red to stay red and then some of the black to turn white and gray. But that's not what happens. And you wouldn't be able to tell that here. Okay, thank you, Richard, for the sub. Let's go on to the next one. Because the red's on the left here and not up top, I would expect none of this to be red, and the red to only be like on maybe the whatever's dark here. So this would be red, this would be red, this would be red, this would be red. And like maybe a quarter of that is red. You see what I mean? So the current shader system, you have no idea really what it's going to look like when it is applied to your Guardian. There's a couple good examples here as well. Okay, so this is one of the crown shaders. It has orange up top. This is orange, has purple on the right. So your frills turn purple, right? Okay, so then it would stand to reason if I switch over to the other crown shader, anything that's orange will turn purple, and anything that's purple will turn yellow. So this should be purple, this should be purple, this should be purple, and then this should be yellow, and this should be yellow. The purple's fine. The yellow, where's the yellow? There is no yellow. You see, this is, and there's like green randomly for both of these. They come out of nowhere. These shader icons tell you absolutely nothing. But if we look at the new shader icons and we use them to show what they'll actually look like, it's much easier to see what's going on and predict. So for instance, if we have the Imperial Opulence shader, here's what that'll look like. That's this guy right here. So you can see how these work is the inner diamond is like your primary metal and your outer diamond is your secondary metal. So in this case, you know, you have primary metal is going to be like your chest piece here. A lot of my cloak is my primary metal. Hunters tend to have a lot more metal, and Titans too. Warlocks typically have a little bit more cloth, so it's a little bit hard between characters, but this is just an example, right? Once you learn your characters and like your favorite armor sets, you'll be able to predict much better. These are going to be your glows, so you can see I have glows right here. That's why I picked this this cloak just to show that off. And then you can see like I have like my primary cloth here, or like primary accent cloth here. Secondary accent cloth is going to be down here, and then like you have your actual cloth. So like this is your primary cloth like material is going to be green, and then there's going to be like a gray variant of that as well, right? So if we swap over to the other crown shader now, which we're going to do, this is much more easy to predict what's going to happen. Anything that's orange, your primary metal, is definitely now going to be purple. Boom, 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 boom. Anything that is this kind of brass is going to turn this kind of silver, aluminum, tin looking thing. So this should be silver. All the accents here should be silver. This should turn silver here on my cloak. Anything that is like purple should turn orange. These should turn orange, but the little frills around my neck should turn orange. These should stay gray, and then my cloth should stay relatively the same as well. And so if I go over to that next shader, Imperial Dress, it's exactly what happens. Your primary metal here, bam, 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 purple. Secondary metal, kind of this, once again, silvery thing. Your glows are like this green, I guess it's primary glow, secondary glow. I don't really know what applies to a secondary glow, but there are going to be very specific armor sets that use like different variations of this, you know, different spots of this more than others. This armor set is very heavy in the primary cloth and primary metal. So that's just what I'm showing here. Let's pick another one. This pink one here, Sunset Warrior or something like that. Sunrise Warrior, one of those. Once again, primary metal. This should turn pink. This should turn pink. Secondary metal, the outer diamond. This should turn white. This should turn white. This should turn white. Your frills should turn pink and white. And then your cloth should be black and gray. And we'll go, bam. That's exactly what happens. So my point being, it's going to be very annoying to get used to, admittedly, because it's a new system and we're all used to one thing or another. But once you get used to this system, you'll be able to look directly at these icons and predict what your Guardian is going to look like before you even apply it, versus these where you actually have to apply it because you have no idea what the hell is going to happen when you put them on. That way you're going to spend less time in your inventory and you're going to be able to really focus on the shaders. If you know you want this part red and you know that this is like primary metal, which will take some, like I said, it depends on your armor set and your character and stuff, but you'll learn that. And depending on what color you want that, you will only look for that color of the inner diamond, which will save you a lot of time. So I just wanted to kind of give you that example. It's going to be different and for everyone, and maybe people still hate this change, but I think this is going to be very useful, especially when you're trying to combine different shaders and stuff. You'll be able to see which ones truly can go together based off of kind of what part of their diamonds are similar, or of the icon are similar. But let me know what you think down below. I hope this explanation was, useful, interesting. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Make sure you sub to help us out, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out. See you, everyone.